I'm so far behind this year and I've had that many setbacks. Everything's a pretty slow going for me. I can see I'm going to be eating that grass at the end of the season. There's not going to be much else. Never mind, onwards and upwards. We have good years and bad years. And this one's been a little bit of a challenging year. But never mind. We'll get some harvests later on, I'm sure. 11th of July 2023. So the first thing I've got to do is I've had the instructions from Mrs. C is show you our new friend Freddie. Now Freddie was made by Mrs. C at least 18 months ago now, I think it was. And I've had instructions he needs to be put out on display, so let me spin you around and give you a quick look. Meet Freddie. Looks more like Bart Simpson or Freddy Cougar, whichever. So this is a scarecrow that Mrs. C made about 18 months ago now, and it's been stored in a shed down there while I was waiting to get it sorted out. I'm having a bit of a clean out in the shed, and so we brought him out and give him a seat here in the polytunnel next to the plants. Right, so I had a quick look at these cherry trees and I kept wondering why we had no, where all the cherries have went. And basically the birds have been eating them, haven't they? Because I didn't think they would have ripened as quick as they did, so we lost all of these on here. However, we've still got some left on this one, so I ended up getting a mesh cover for this one to protect the few that are left. Now I've seen this on Danny's grapevine garden. He's got some for his trees. However, grapevines must think alike, because I had already ordered these at the time Danny's video came out. And then he sent me a message and said, what about some of these? And I said, you read me mind, they're already on the way. So I've got that one covered over as well. I've ordered quite a number of them. However, that's the only one I need to protect. I might put some over the apple trees, depending, but for now the apples aren't being touched, so we'll just leave that. So I've just harvested 2 potato buckets because we needed some new potatoes, and I've left these ones here. Now it wasn't a fantastic harvest, but what there is nice and clean. They have still got 2 or 3 weeks to go, of course, so I'll just give you a quick look at those. So here we go. They're not bad. Lovely and clean though. No scab. No nothing. Lovely and clean. Whoop. And these are the Pentland Javelins. So there we go. Sunday dinner and another meal or two. So we did get a downpour last night. Unfortunately, and I knew this was going to happen, the wind got up so strong it blew this over. So the pipe was nowhere near the IBC, and we didn't catch any water in that at all. I've also now taken the tops off the 2 barrels in case we get some rain today and catch it direct in those barrels. But I'm going to put a support on here now and take a look at this, do something a bit better. I had another little job sorted. It won't move now. I've basically put a bracket on the back, screwed a plank of wood down, screwed down through the pipe into the wood, a block here held with screws, and then screwed the platform into the IBC. So what we'll do is we'll simply catch the water in here, and when I want to throw the pond pump in there, or the water pump in there, it'll probably squeeze past that, but if it doesn't, it's simply loosening one screw and moving it slightly, and that's it. When this is full, we'll then take a pipe out of here, drop it through here, and it'll keep these 2 topped up as well. So these are the little icebergs that we transplanted out of the carrot bed yesterday. Just put them in this tray, give them a watering, and they got a heck of a watering when the thunderstorm came yesterday, and they're picking up and looking quite nice. We'll let them get a little bit bigger, get established again, and then we'll get them planted where they're going to be going. So these are the little icebergs that we transplanted out of the carrot bed yesterday. Just put them in this tray, give them a watering, and they got a heck of a watering when the thunderstorm came yesterday, and they're picking up and looking quite nice. We'll let them get a little bit bigger, get established again, and then we'll get them planted where they're going to be going. Look at the state of this with the wind yesterday. That's how strong the gales were, and I just came in and it blew this cover over as well and exposed all the strawberries on the kids' bed, and the birds have got them. But it's flattened these potatoes just about. The beans are fine, and I'm just going to take this last little pak choy now. So we are getting harvest at least. These little lettuces are looking nice. So what we'll do is we'll take these small, probably, because I've planted more now, and I'll probably take the in-between ones to let the other ones thicken out a bit. But for today, I'm taking this one here. Now yesterday I came across, and Mrs. Blackbird was in there helping herself to the strawberries. Now I don't mind losing a couple of strawberries, but I didn't want to lose the peaches to the birds. So I've shut the windows over a little more, hopefully to stop them getting in. I suppose they could get in if they really tried. But I'm hoping that, well, at least protect those peaches until I can get a mesh gate made for this. And I've just noticed now that these peas are starting to show across here, and so is some of the Swedes. Now I said I'd put 3 or 4 in the indentations. That was just in case some didn't germinate. I can see some of these little cabbages are starting, golden acre cabbages are coming now as well. But I put 3 or 4 in each of the indentations, and what I will do is I'll get the strongest one and cut the rest out, or maybe just a trial, leave 2 in one hole if we get it through. So we'll wait and see, but they're, yeah, 7 days and they're starting to come. And there we go, a nice lettuce. Now we did pop some in here and they got dug out by the hens and everything, and then they did eventually start to make a comeback. So we've got another one here, another one here among the flower bed, and another one here. So we've still got those ones to go at as well. These are the oh, forgot. Oh, yeah, you guys know what they are. My mind's gone completely blank. But they're getting established anyways. These were the last ones I planted. We've had some nice flowers off the begonias. And these jobbies, whatever they call them, are coming up as well. I can't remember. I'm having a brainstorm. But you can see these are all starting to come up nicely now as well. Somebody in the comments let me know what they are, because my head is in a shed today. Right, so we'll be thankful for small nurseries. So I've got a nice lettuce in there, a nice pak choy, a bit of purple kale, pulled some leaves off, some of the earlier onions we took up and hung up to dry, took a little bit of the garlic and some of the smaller stuff, a nice little bag of potatoes, and a few strawberries and peas. So at least we're getting something. And of course we've got our eggs that we've harvested as well. So plenty of eggs. As I say, sometimes the neighbours get these off us, sometimes people just passing on the path shout over and ask me to sell them a few, but yeah. Right, that's about it. That's all I'm doing for today. It's absolutely roasting again. It darkened over a little bit earlier and I thought we were going to get a little bit more rain and cool down a bit, but it's still ridiculously hot. It just kills me trying to fight on in this weather, so I'm not going to, I'm not going to fight on, because it's really, really hard work, me trying to get anything done in this heat. So again, we've got a little bit more done. We've got ourselves a harvest, which was the main goal of coming up here today, was just to get a few bits and pieces, anything that was ready. So we've got a few little bits and pieces, and it's a meal. Right, as always, wherever you are in the world, please stay safe, be practical and keep yourself out of harm's way. I'm just going to have this cup of coffee and then I'm going home. Thanks for all your likes, dislikes, comments, subscriptions, donations, suggestions. It's all very much appreciated. Thanks again for watching, guys, and I'll see you again in the next video.